Hello and welcome to the show. Today's show is going to be an eye-opener because we're diving deep into different relationship dynamics with a little different approach today. Tisha Morrison is a spiritual life coach. She says soulmates come in many different forms. And joining us today, two different sets of soulmates. So check this out. We've got Briana Wright and Danae Pinkney. They met in college, instantly became best friends. The smile says it all, right? And then we've got Charmaine and Alvin Stevens, and they are celebrating almost 20 years of marriage. Yay! Yes,
Absolutely,
yes, indeed. I'm here for it. And I'm here for besties, too. And I'm here for the fact that you're soulmates. Friend soulmates and life partner soulmates, yes, right? Absolutely. In love for the long haul. So let's get to the bottom of this, right? Because I think some people just assume your soulmate is the person you're trying to spend the rest of your life with in a romantic relationship. But these sisters are soulmates, right? And they plan to spend the rest of their life and still get some other partners. Yes. So let's talk about this.
So a lot of what we have been taught in the beginning is that our soulmate is going to rescue us. We're going to fall in love and live happily ever after.
Yeah.
But we should consider that soulmates come in different form. And the actual word means soul meet. It's a meeting of souls.
Okay.
So that can be your cousin, your mother, your friend, your best friend, your lover. A soulmate can be anyone in your life.
I gotcha. All right. So let's talk just a little bit about how you two met. Because college, one of the best places, right, to meet a good friend, and you are together, right, for a long, long time, and then sometimes things fall off and you just go in separate ways. How did you guys figure out, this is it, we in this for a lifetime?
Well, actually, we met at Penn State as dance team members.
Okay.
I am 2 years older than Bree, but I kind of took her in my wing just a little bit on the dance team. But since then, we bonded, we went to different social outings, and it was just like an instantaneous click.
And you've been friends for how long now?
Almost 10 years?
Yes,
Almost
nearly 10 years now.
Okay, I can't tell because you still have such college baby faces. I love it. And then, I love a good love story. Tell me how you two met and how you two figured out, this the one. This the one. Again, with the smiles that tell it all.
Yes, so Alvin and I met. Actually, we have a really ironic relationship or meeting of how we actually met. So we met, his brother and my sister share a child together.
Okay.
And so that's how we met. It was definitely love at first sight. Wow. And he proposed in 3 weeks.
Get out of here. There's the picture. Our viewers are looking. I want to hear about how 3 weeks in. Well, obviously you knew before 3 weeks because you're planning to go to that, what looks like a vineyard or something to do it.
I was out of prior divorce. And I was praying for a wife. I didn't want to be known.
May I ask how long you had been divorced?
Before I met her? 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what was your situation? Where were you just emotionally like?
I was emotionally good because I had been cleaning myself.
Okay.
From past hurt, stuff I done.
Okay.
And, during the healing process, during the separation, before the divorce. So I was good.
So Charmaine, then can I ask you, so you guys knew each other because of the niece or the nephew, right?
Right.
But knowing that he was divorced, was there any hesitation like, okay, we all have to go through some things, or were you just like, nah, I can feel it?
It was a prayer that I prayed, and I felt it when we first started talking and communicating. It was an unexplainable feeling that I felt like drawn to him, and it was almost as if we were inseparable. And I knew then. I said, "This is a one." But when he proposed, I was like, "Oh my God, are you crazy?" So, but here we are, almost 20 years later, and I cannot imagine being without my best friend.
Wow. And I love that you describe yourselves as best friends. And that's so clear that sometimes the friendship is key, even if it was just for a few weeks.
Yes, soulmates do foster harmony and growth. So, a lot of times we like to put a time limit on things, but there is a such thing as love at first sight or soul meeting at first sight, where the soul recognize each each other and they know or they decide instantaneously, this is my person. So he decided that she was his person, and that created the soulmate connection and harmony and growth, and that's why they're together for 20 years.
And so, even in the things that we learn about people as we get to know them, that's still, I mean, obviously still working out, right? But when you learn that thing where you're like, oh, I didn't realize you, does it still, because there's still just such a natural spiritual tie? You're like, oh, okay, so you leave your socks on the floor. That's it.
Hey, we all go through it.
Right.
It's a growing process every day. You know, you're gonna continue to learn your mate.
Yeah.
Regardless how old the relationship is, you're gonna continue to learn that everybody changes.
Right.
So, you know, it's easy. It ain't hard.
Yeah.
You know, we date, we have fun.
Yeah,
So,
that's the bottom line. And for the two of you, I'm wondering what life looks like as you, I mean, this is one of those things where you just know, right? When you know, even when you're friends. What does that look like in terms of how you all end up dating? And you know what I mean? Like, do you end up dating guys who are similar as well?
Not quite. Not quite, but kind of like the inverse of their situation. While we had been close for so long, I think that her moving to Atlanta nearly a year after I moved to Atlanta kind of felt like it was the right place, the right time. And our like soul meeting, if you will, took place maybe 8 years after we had met. So we were always close, but now we're like key to my house close.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Finish the other sentence close, understand the
yes.
things, know it without being said.
Telepathy a little bit.
Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy.
So what is the key to maintaining these? I mean, because obviously we have strong connections with folks. For sometimes, though, things can get a little rocky.
Well, soulmates are not here to last forever. They're actually here to trigger some form of unconditional love within ourselves, some type of growth, some type of understanding. Just like these ladies, they're experiencing unconditional love for each other in both a feminine form, and a lot of women desire this.
Yeah, that's so true.
We meet a lot of soulmates, and some stay and some go.
That is true. I have a feeling, this is here to stay. We obviously know this is here to stay. 3 weeks in, absolutely. Thank you so much. What a wonderful conversation. I am really, really enjoying this, and I hope you are too, because up next, you're going to meet a loyal Portia viewer. Her name is Washonda Lee, and listen, her story is going to ring familiar with a lot of you. You know, that cycle of going back to toxic relationships over and over again? Yeah, we're talking about that when we return. And then later, Tisha performs an energy scan on me. She's going to show us a technique we can all use, she says, to help cut the cord on toxic relationships. Raise your hand if you're listening. We'll be right back.